and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a lot of yard work with the dogs, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to share this with you guys because I'm really proud of where Dante has come in terms of his chicken acceptance. When he first met them like 2 years ago, he was very hyper fixated, and now as you can see he really doesn't mind them. To be like this galvanized steel can that you can store like bird seeds in, but I'm going to use it to store chicken feed because I'm tired of like bringing out the chicken feed from inside of the house and bringing it out here. So yeah, I'm going to use this, see how it survives the weather, but supposedly it's supposed to be like very waterproof. So here, what do you think? He is a little bit thirsty. There's this little baby gold in here. There you go. That's really fresh from the hose. Wait, Nancy, wait. Sit. Sit. Nancy, sit. Oh my goodness. So today we have 3 chicken eggs, and the dogs love chicken eggs. I always try to give them some every time they come outside here and they do well around the chickens and they don't chase them and stuff, because I feel like it gives them something to look forward to. So like every time I go to the chickens, they're always expecting like a yummy delicious egg. So I always try to give them one. Come on guys. Ready? Sit. Good. Sit. Peach, come. Sit. That's here. Come here. You see how much they love it? Okay. Sit, Peach. Break. And break. Did I Dante? Delicious. So Dante always takes his time. He cracks it open, eats the yolk. He leaves like the shell for last. Meanwhile, Peach, she's just like, whatever gets in her mouth gets in her mouth. Like, you know, like she doesn't like taste things. She doesn't savor them. I feel like Dante does that. She doesn't. She's just like, okay, let me just have everything. And it's like, that's her personality. I wouldn't expect it like any other way. Right, Peachy girl? Right, Peachy girl? So today I want to clean out all the chickens inside. Like I want to put in new bedding, like clean up their water. I also want to get rid of some weeds that we have like back here. I already came here with like a scythe and I cut a bunch down. I don't like to have sharp things around the dogs because I feel like if I have like sharp things and I'm like worried on the task at hand and the dogs are running around and there's also chickens, it's just like ain't nobody got time for that, you know? So it's like one thing at a time. But I'm gonna go start picking up some of these like weeds and put them in our compost bin and clean out the chickens. Dante, come. Come. Okay, I'm kind of tired. Peach, come. Yeah, guys, so I took out some weeds so far, and I think it's a great time to take a break. Peach, you're being crazy, girl. But yeah, as you can see, Dante doesn't mind the chickens at all. And the way that we got him to stop minding the chickens was a whole process. Since they were little baby chicks, I tried to get Dante to just get used to their sounds, like to their noises. So what I would do is I would keep the chicks like in a safe spot in case, I don't know, Dante tried to got too curious or something because he was so big, right? So I'd put the chicks in a safe spot, and I would just have Dante sit, and I would positively reinforce him every time he was just calm and neutral. And he was okay with the chickens and doing that. But once the chickens got older to come out and be in the coop, they moved much faster than they did as chicks, right? And much more sporadically. So that was another thing that we had to get Dante used to, because I would consider him to have a much higher prey drive than Peach. Even as a puppy, Peach would be curious about the chickens and sometimes she'd chase them, but I wouldn't say she was as interested as Dante. Right, Dante? So, okay, he really wants to be in the video today. Dante was very, very driven to chase the chickens when they'd be running around inside their coop. So that told me that Dante needed to have a little bit more restrictions around the chickens, because I thought, okay, if he's chasing them around while they're in the coop, It's gonna be much worse like if he actually like chases one while they're outside and he actually catches one. That's gonna be really hard to like correct later on, right? So then what I would do was I'd just like reward him every time he ignored them in the coop. So then he got to a spot that he would just like not even chase them even if they were running around in the coop. And then came the hard part, which was to get, oh my god, I got some sweat in my eye. Oh, oh. Dante, I have some sweat in my eyeball. Peach, help me, girl. This sucks. My eyes are staining so much. I'm gonna have to like talk through the video with my eyes closed. Dante, I'm just gonna trust that everything's okay in our surroundings because I can't open my eyes right now. You know, I know. See, they could tell something's weird because I have my eyes closed. They're both like, what's going on? Hi. Okay. Oh my god, still can't open them. Peach, don't go on top of your brother like that. So then came the hard part of getting Dante to be okay with the chickens while they were free. So what I did first is I actually asked my husband to help me out with this because I didn't know if he would chase the chickens, right? So what I did is I got Dante on a slip lead and a long collar, like a long leash as well. So I had my husband there as backup with a long leash, and I was handling Dante with the slip lead. So I first let one chicken out of the coop, and from a very far away distance, every time Dante would look and then look at the chicken and then look back at me and not be like fixated and just kind of like neutral, then I would reward him. And I just kept practicing that over and over and over and over and over again until I was like, okay, maybe I could take out 2 chickens now. And I just kept doing that until I took out all 5. Now, once I saw that he was good and not like so ready to chase them, I did let him be off leash. However, every time I come out here and any of my dogs are off leash, I always have e-collars on them. So I'm always like vigilant. Initially I would be very vigilant with Dante when he'd be off leash with the chickens because I wasn't sure, like every now and then he would try to chase them. So if he would do that, right, not to the extent that he was like when we were first starting this, but if he did show like he was about to start chasing them, I would correct him with the e-collar and I'd recall him or I'd tell him no. So yeah, and then once I started to see that I could trust him more, I would allow him to interact with the chickens more. And now the chickens actually like defend their territory from the dogs, which is really hilarious because I think that Dante and Peach understand like their limits with them. So I don't know if you guys saw it before, but like sometimes if Dante comes to drink water and one of the chickens is drinking water, like the chickens will peck him in his like face and in his flaps, and then he just kind of goes away. So I allow that. Like those interactions are totally fine because that's something that I think is really healthy, right? Because eventually I don't want to be like micromanaging Dante all the time. So I allow the chickens to also correct him. Right, Dante? Everybody's correcting you. It's so hard to be you. So yeah, so that's why I got Dante to be cool with the chickens. Peach, where are you? Come here. Will I allow Dante to be here off leash without the e-collar? No, I won't. It's just not something that I do. I always have them on e-collars if both of my dogs are off leash. Now with Peach, it was much easier to introduce Peach to the chickens because I got the chickens when Peach was a very little puppy. So it was safer for her to interact with the chickens without the chickens' lives being at risk. And I know that in the grand scheme of things, some people are like, it's just a chicken, but like they're my pets too. So every time I like would have the dogs around the chickens, I'd always be very cautious and try to be as safe as possible because I didn't want to lose a chicken. So yeah. So that's how I got the dogs to be chill with the chickens. And now I can be here, I can sit, I can like do stuff in the yard, and everything is like fine, you know? So yeah. Right, Peachy girl? But it took a lot of time. I'd say it took Dante maybe like 6 months to be chill with the chickens. And that's obviously because it's not something that I was doing like every single day, right? But I'm sure if we like did it like in an intensive like chicken workshop with him, he would have been better with them much sooner. So yeah, that's how I got them. And I feel like now, knowing this, I'm excited to get like other animals in our yard, maybe goats, because I know they're like very different from chickens. It's just I've seen that Dante has shown me that he can share like this space, and I think it's really cool. I also, what I would do a lot with him is I'd give him a job to do when we'd come out here. So sometimes I would make Dante sit while I was like rounding up the chickens and putting them back in their coop, and or I'd position Dante strategically to like block off like anything that wasn't the door of the chicken coop when I was bringing the chickens inside, so that they wouldn't like wander off instead of going back home. So I did that. Anytime they go far away, I'll bring Dante with me to like herd them. He's not a herding dog, but he just, I feel like he feels like he's doing something, you know? And what else? Yeah, no, and then aside from that, I feel like he actually has been starting to keep an eye on them, you know? Like, I feel like he feels like they are his too. Like they're part of his property and he has to take care of them. So yeah. And Peach doesn't really care. Like she's eating a stick right now. Girl! What are you doing, girl? So yeah, so that is my chicken story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe it'll, I don't know, maybe it gives you some incentive to socialize your dogs around some other animals or something. And if you guys have socialized your dogs with other animals in your house, please let me know how that went. What did you do? I know that every dog is different, so make sure to comment that below. Also, do not forget to check out the courses over at Fenrir. If you want to have some really well-behaved dogs and you want to have a great relationship with your dog, I always highly recommend those courses. They're super intensive and they're very, very detailed. So, great courses. Check them out. And yeah, and if you want to support our channel in any way, you can go ahead and check out our merch. Everything we have available is down below before the video description. So if you scroll down, you'll see our stuff. And don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Peach, come say bye. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. Come say bye. What were you doing out there? What were you doing out there? Yeah, thank you guys. And see you later. Girl. You licking me, girl? You licking me, girl? Wanna go inside? Yep. Go. Alright, let's go. Dante, you still want to chill there? You can chill there if you want.